Hello, Brentwood artists. Welcome to Art with Mrs. Novak. We are going to be working on an op art heart, which is optical illusion art. And I would recommend it for grades 3 through 5, but if you're younger and you want to try it, give it a try. And of course, older siblings, family members, and adults are always welcome to do it too. So we're going to need our sketchbook or paper folded in half, just so the canvas isn't so big. You also need a straight edge, and what I mean by straight edge is anything that you can trace a straight line from. So it could be a ruler, it could be a folder, it could be a book, whatever you have that you could use that's straight. You'll need a pencil, an eraser, and crayons or colored pencils. Markers you could use if you want to use them for maybe going over these lines in marker if you want, but otherwise I would stick to crayons or colored pencils. The elements of art that I want to talk about in this piece are, of course, line. We're going to be doing straight lines and contour lines to show the shape of the heart. We're also going to make a pattern, any colors that you want, 2 colors, 3 colors, 4 colors, whatever you think would work. You get to choose. We're going to talk about and create form here. We want this heart to look three-dimensional by using line and value. So value is the difference between dark and light, and we're going to play around with dark to light colors in order to make the three-dimensional form appear. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we are going to need to do is make a heart, and this might be the hardest part, but I have a little trick for you. I am going to make 2 dots where I want that center piece to be here and here, and that's going to help me keep it symmetrical, keep it centered. And let me get my eraser ready. Here's a material I really like. It's called a kneaded eraser, kneaded with a K. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and sketch out my heart. I want to leave space on the sides. Very important because you want to have those straight lines showing. Okay, the hardest part is going to make my left side match my right. This might take a few tries. Yep, I know that I need to erase a little bit here. Get that a little bit better. So don't be discouraged if you need to go back. Okay. Does it need to be perfect? No. Mine's not perfect. Art is not supposed to be perfect. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and grab our straight edge, and we are going to be using our eye to kind of judge how thick we want these lines. Not too thick, not too thin. But you do want them all to be straight, and you kind of want them to be as equal as possible. So once you've got a good position there, we've hit the heart. So here's what we need to do. We need to make sure we don't go inside of the heart. We need to go to the heart and stop, and outside, like that. Don't forget, if you don't have a ruler, you can use any straight edge like this folder. Okay, so as you can see, my last line down here is not going to be as thick as the other ones, but that's okay. Okay, now the next thing we're going to work on is making that form, and we're going to use those contour lines to show the shape of the heart. The heart is going to be round, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start in any of these lines kind of in the middle. Maybe I'll start with this one, and I'm going to pull my pencil back so I can draw a little bit lighter, and I'm going to use small light strokes to make an arch. To show that shape. Keep drawing until you like it. Don't forget, you're going to add color, so You have some extra lines in there, don't worry. I'm going to keep doing that. Next to each of these straight lines, I'm going to make a contour line going up. And the highest point should be in the middle until you get over here. Look over here, I made the line curve back down once I got to that middle section of the heart. And then here, of course, I have one arch that goes down here because we need to follow the shape of that heart. All right, now we have our contour lines, we have our straight lines, and don't worry if your lines don't perfectly match up with mine. They can be anywhere. I drew it a little bit differently with another example. Look, this heart's a little bit bigger. This has more lines in it. No problem. No problem. As long as you're following that pattern of straight, contour. Now we're going to start adding that color to show form and value. So we really want to add that illusion that the light is hitting the heart right here to make kind of a glare. So we call that a highlight. So kind of when I'm looking at this apple here. So when I'm looking at this apple, do you see the little specks of light hitting that apple? Of course, the apple does not have a white part here. No, the apple is red all over. But where that light hits it, we want to show that in our art because that's going to make it look more three-dimensional. So we're going to make that illusion. Again, that's why we call it up art, where we have the heart looking like it's popping out. And if I really zoom in for you, you can see all this is I colored very dark here at the bottom, and then I got lighter and lighter and lighter, and then when I'm actually here, I didn't color anything at all. That's just white. And then light, 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 dark as we got down again. And then even on the sides, I went dark here because it kind of forms a shadow. Same like down here, dark to light, dark to light. So I'm going to kind of show you how to do that with one little row. And first, I think I'm going to pick out the colors that I want. So why don't you do that too? Do you want 2 colors? I use 3 colors here. Do you want warm? Do you want cool? Do you want 2 of your favorite colors? Are you going to give this to someone and they have some favorite colors? I might use some cool colors this time. I have like this is true blue, this is dahlia purple, and this is violet blue. So, and you can start wherever. I'm going to start here, and I'm going to show you how we're going to color this. I want to color it always in this direction because that's kind of following the flow of the shape. So I'm always going to go in this direction. The only time I'm going to cheat a little is maybe right here. I'm going to cheat and go up and down there. But otherwise, I'm going to stay in this direction when I'm coloring. I'm pushing hard. I want to create that value going from dark to light. Now, I'm not just going to start here and color lighter because look, now there's like this huge difference between dark and light. So what I need to do is smooth that out. And I smooth it out by going over the middle of it. That's a skill that kind of takes some practice, but you'll get it. So I think I want it even a little darker. Just down there. And then I'm going to start getting it lighter and lighter. Going back. I'm constantly going back to make sure that it looks very smooth. You want that transition to look extremely smooth. You don't really want to know when that light and when that dark ends and begins. Now I'm going to go really light here because I think I want my highlight kind of in the middle there. I'm going to leave a little bit on the outsides. And right there, I have my highlight. Make your sketchbook work for you. I still want to be coloring in this direction with my pencil. I don't want to be going up and down now because that's going to kind of ruin the flow. So we want to keep that flow going. And now I'm going to just start building in. Again, you can cheat a little going in another direction there. But otherwise, try and keep going in that same direction. Build in that dark. Notice how I keep going over it, over those lines so they don't look too drastic, changing from dark to light. You want it to look gradual. Voila! There we go. And go ahead and add more dark here. Notice I'm still going side to side. And I'm just going to make it a little bit lighter as I move out. Smooth out any spots. There we go. See how it's going from dark to light? And then go back. It should kind of look like this, dark to light, and leave a little highlight there. All right. Ready and go. All right, boys and girls, so once you have it all colored, take a cool look. It's really cool if you take a look at it and zoom out because you'll be able to see more of that 3D imaging. Something else you can do if you want to is you can take a black marker, would be more bold, but if you just wanted to take a black colored pencil and go over those lines, of course, you might want to use your straight edge again when you do that, just to add a little more. And there we go. Added a little bit more definition with that colored pencil, that black colored pencil, and then go ahead and sign it. You can put the year somewhere. When you gift this to grown-ups, they love to see what year it was made. If you really, really love it and it's in your sketchbook, cut it out of your sketchbook and you can give it to someone or hang it up somewhere. So I hope you enjoyed this op art project. And look at all that cool highlighting that we have in there with the value of going from dark to light. Colored patterns, those contour lines really created that 3D optical illusion effect. Thanks for joining me. Hope you had fun. Bye.